Welcome to CentreStack, GladNet's file sync and share solution. In today's video, we'll be setting up CentreStack completely in a cloud environment. This would be the case if you wanted to share files amongst people in your company, but did not have any type of local file storage. Or you might be using Dropbox today, and files are getting lost, incorrect access to files, or it was not secure enough for your business. In this video, we'll be discussing how to set up CentreStack, how to configure some files and folders, how to configure users, how to set some specific parameters to provide you a file sync and share solution that allows you the flexibility of cloud storage with the security and confidence that you need to run a business. In the text portion below this YouTube video, you'll see some information that will be helpful as you listen to this presentation. One piece of the information are the features and benefits of CentreStack that you may be looking for in your environment, as well as a worksheet that you can use as you're preparing to build your own cloud-based file sync and share solution with CentreStack. You can go directly to our website and create a partner account with us. If you are already a partner, you can log in directly into the partner portal and start the process right from that point. If not, as you can see, it's a very simple process to become a partner with us. No credit card is needed. No fee is charged to become a partner with GladNet. Just fill out the appropriate information and you will become a partner with us, which will give you access to our partner portal where you buy licenses and set up your tenants, as well as download the software if that's what you would choose. So also, in this demonstration, though, we'll be using our hosted solution in the cloud that CentreStack manages. This is a screen that will come up. You can have request a demo, get some assisted implementation and design. On the left-hand side, you can see where you can click on Hosted CentreStack. You see it currently starts out with no licenses, no storage. You can purchase here. You can also add a tenant, which we're going to do. This tenant will be your company. So you'll put your company name in at this point. These trials, when you set it up, are free for 30 days, and then you can buy licenses and license the software and continue to run it at only a monthly charge. Fill out the appropriate information. Having this information available before you start the process makes it go a lot faster. Click on the little wagon wheel. You can see that one additional feature you can set is encryption at rest, and also the user count that you want to start with. Create. And there's your tenant. As you can see, it's initially in trial mode for 30 days. Allow you to now manage the tenant. You can log into the tenant directly. Username and passwords as you just set up. Your first thing it will ask you is about the encryption of your data. And here you ask for a password. Any password you want to set, it's up to you. Remember what it is. It'll use this as a way to encrypt your data so no one can see it, including GladNet. We cannot see it either. Allow you to go through a tour if you'd like of the product. And the first screen that comes up allows you to start adding files to the system. But let's set up the users and the folders first. Very first screen that comes up is the administration screen, as you can see. The first user in is always the administrator that we already created. You can see we can create users and folders in lots of different places, but as you create a folder, click on this area right here. It'll ask you some questions for the folders we're setting up: existing tenant storage, default tenant storage. Put the folder name in here. As I mentioned earlier, having this information ready to go makes it a lot easier when you're setting it up. Type the folder name, click Create. Go back and do it multiple times for the folders you have. In the demonstration here, if you look at the text information under this YouTube video, you'll see we're setting up just a few folders. Looks like 4 folders with different permissions on them. So you can see how permissions are set and how users are created and how users are assigned to certain folders. Again, this is native CentreStack. We're not using a file server or an Active Directory in this demonstration. These are creating the folders in CentreStack in the cloud. The 4 folders: budget, clients, jobs, and programs are what we're creating just for this demonstration. Now we go back to the dashboard, and you see the folders are created. And now we're going to go in and create users in your company. Very straightforward. You can click at either place, either on the far right or the user area called native users, just a person's first name and last name. We're just going to create 3 users for our demonstration. And you need the username, first name, and last name, their email address. Quota is how much storage they can use. If you leave it 0, it's unlimited amount, but you can limit it if you'd like. If you click continue here, you'll leave the next options checked. And now it shows you the files that are already, or folders are already existing. And you just click which folders that this person should have access to and what kind of access they should have. In the demonstration, if you look at the pieces of paper or the notes that I provided earlier, it tells what permissions we wanted this person to have. We'll set those as you had potentially done your homework before you set it yourself. Now we have Mallory created. Let's create another user. Sam Snagowski. Sam's email address, and again, the quota will leave 0, so it's unlimited amount of file space that Sam's allowed to have. We'll create. Again, it shows a few options, leave them like they are. It shows the folders that exist on the system and what privileges do we want to give to Sam on these folders. If we leave it blank, he has no access to them. So we'll give him read and write on clients, read and write on programs, and read only on jobs, but no access on budget. Now we have 3 users and 4 folders. Now we're going to set a folder up that is just going to be what's called an offline folder, meaning that all of the contents will be downloaded of this folder to the users who have access to this folder. We're going to go in, click on the edit of the folder permissions, little edit in the right-hand corner, and there it is, enable offline access for native client for this specific folder called the client folder, and apply it. So that folder will be offline, meaning the contents will be brought down to each person's device. Other folders will be dynamically synchronized, meaning the user sees all the files and folders, but the content's not there until they click on it. We're also going to set some we call retention policies. How long will, how many versions will we keep of each folder and file? We're going to say 10. And we're also going to set how long should a deleted file be kept before it's truly deleted. We're going to change that to 60 days. Again, this is the information that was in the worksheet that we did beforehand. Go back to the group policies. We're also going to set a couple more items. One thing we're going to set is at the client level, allowing the Outlook plugin to be established, meaning that users can share files and folders either through Outlook directly with this Outlook plugin, or they can just right-click on a file or folder and share it natively. We're also going to set the feature that allows for the folder on the person's device to be encrypted, meaning that your Windows or Mac computer, when the files are downloaded to it, they're encrypted so no one can see them. They have to go through the client to see the folders and files, so they're more secure. So there we set that client up. We can see that we have one client that's hosted. We can go into other information now if we'd like to purchase licenses here. You can purchase licenses in blocks of 10. You also have a support plan available if you'd like. You can take a look at the pricing for our hosted solution. And you click the I agree, continue. Now it'll ask for a credit card. Now you're actually purchasing license. If you want to play with it for 30 days, you can for free. But here you'd actually purchase licenses, and then you'd go and you'd see the number of licenses you owned change, and you come down here to license a tenant, and it would assign those licenses to this tenant, so this tenant can now be used past a 30-day trial period. As we mentioned earlier, this implementation of CentreStack does not require any type of file server or file storage on site, or any type of Active Directory on site. This allows you to set up your own file sharing system in the cloud that GladNet hosts for you in a secure, encrypted manner, and allows you to set the permissions for the folders and for the users to keep a secure environment and continue to share files remotely as well as locally with your users internally in the system, as well as those outside of CentreStack.